hola, hola, hola. All right, y'all. L.O.T.S Cool Media, Don't Shoot the Messenger podcast, episode number 55. You know what it's hitting for. All right, you guys, you know how this intro go. Hold on, wait one moment here, man. Let me fix this mic up and get right so I can mic up correctly for you guys, all right? Listen, man, this is the author imitated that cannot be duplicated, the one they took their style from. I'm the elected, the appointed, street general, voice of the streets, all right? And this is powered by L.O.T.S Approved Media. And welcome everyone to the Don't Shoot the Messenger podcast, episode number 55. Get some horns, y'all. That part. Drop some bombs for that. Gunshots and bombs for that. All right, let's cut this intro off, man. How about that? All right, you guys, listen. Once again, this is the Don't Shoot the Messenger podcast, all right? This is the most dangerous podcast on the internet. That part. Don't Shoot the Messenger, episode number 55. You guys get in this building. Wilson was going at 7, but we're going on a little bit late today. We got to definitely get this time correct. Some horns. Once again, let's drop some bombs for the most dangerous podcast. We got to drop bombs for that. Gunshots definitely for that. All right, you guys, this is a very eventful week for the Don't Shoot the Messenger podcast, all right? Last week, we did experience some type of live issues. Hold up. All right, last week, we did experience some type of live issues, okay? But nonetheless, we are back this week. You guys, as soon as you come in the building, do me a favor. We call it don't be a ninja watcher. That's a person that be creeping and watching. Don't be no pocket watcher. That's just a hater. And you definitely want to, one of these, what we call is a peeping Tom. And I think y'all know what they do to peeping Toms, right? That part. And don't find out. Don't go to jail. You won't have to find out what they do to peeping Toms. That part. Once again, I'm the incomparable, the author imitated, but cannot be duplicated, all right? I'm the elected, the appointed voice of the streets. And this is the Don't Shoot the Messenger podcast, episode number 55. And we're going to run it down the line. You guys come in the comment section. You get a chance, come in the comment section. We call that leaving your fingerprint, all right? So leave a comment in the comment section. Let me know that you're in the building. Okay, then. Also, make sure you guys are hitting that like button, all right? Like I said, don't be a ninja watcher. That's what gets YouTube to recommend our videos so our videos get pushed to the forefront, all right? It's called the algorithm. That part. All right, now hold on. Wait one moment. Let's get into these topics. First of all, once again, like I said, this is a very eventful week. Starting with, let's just speak about this YNW Melly. All right, you guys, YNW Melly, the case is still going on, obviously, but it seems like they got a new charge, a charge called tampering with the witness. Okay, so nonetheless, it looks like they're on YNW Melly and they on YNW Butler. They both recently have some additional charges for tampering with the witness. We'll speak about that. All right. Also, running down the line. All right. Bada bing, bada bang. Suge Knight. All right, you guys heard about Suge Knight. I know you guys are familiar with this whole Tupac case. And things have been unveiling in the past couple weeks, well, the last week, that is, all right? So you guys know Keefe D has been arrested for being a participant in the murder of Tupac Shakur. Now, you guys obviously know Suge Knight is already incarcerated. So apparently they wanted Suge Knight to give his opinion, basically to snitch, all right? They want him to be an informant. Basically put his input, bring him to trial, in which he's declined to even go to trial. So Suge Knight definitely is not cooperating with the authorities in this Tupac murder investigation, all right? So definitely we want to applaud Suge Knight. Let's give Suge Knight an applause just for keeping it gangster. All right? And matter of fact, while we're there, since we're here, let's start right here, all right? So you guys know, I think you guys seen, as of recently, you've seen a guy goes by the name of Keefe D. Now, Keefe D, once again, we spoke about this last week. I'm going to put it up this week. for the most part, Keefe D is responsible. He's one of the members, one of the people that was responsible for the murder of Tupac Shakur. He was in the vehicle that actually shot Tupac Shakur. His nephew, Orlando Anderson, was originally the one who was that was found the person that killed Tupac, right? But the story is getting a little discombobulated at this point because it seems like Orlando Anderson might not be the actual shooter of Tupac. But nonetheless, you got Suge Knight now. All right, so you guys know Suge Knight is currently incarcerated. So Suge Knight obviously is a witness to this whole thing with Tupac and the whole shootout in Las Vegas, right? Obviously, Suge participated in the beatdown at the MGM, the hotel, in which they jumped on Orlando Anderson, which is Keefe D's nephew, the one that they say responsible for killing Tupac. Now, this is the irony. I want to give a shout out to Suge Knight. Big up to Suge Knight. Now, you guys know we got to keep this gangster. We got to be all the way gangster in the streets, okay? Now, we all love Tupac. That's one of my favorite. That's probably my #1 rapper, all right? Tupac Shakur. But nonetheless, we're talking about the streets here, right? And we know the streets come with rules. Now, we can't show favoritism just because we love a certain artist. Everybody deserves justice, right? But this thing is, when you sign up for the street shit, you signing up for the street shit, no matter what. Now, though you are a martyr at this point, people hold Tupac in high regard. Some people worship Tupac. But nonetheless, Tupac represented the streets. He represented the struggle, right? The whole mob Paru, the whole gang shit, everything. So, military-minded, Machiavelli, the man studied the art of war. You know what I mean? And we have to take that in consideration when we're talking about going to trial for our loved ones, right? Because I don't think Tupac, one of the outlaw members, Napoleon, said he doesn't think Tupac would be condoning anybody going to court on his behalf, right? Anybody being snitched on his behalf. And I'm a firm believer of that too. I don't think Tupac in his time would have wanted anybody to speak for him in the court of law in order to get somebody else incarcerated, right? Because it goes against the whole street rules. So I just want to shout out to Suge Knight. I want to big up Suge Knight just for keeping it solid, even in his position, even in these days and times where everybody's switching, and everybody's snitching. Suge is still holding it down. So we got to give Suge Marion Knight, we got to give him his respects for not wanting to give his 2 cents, for not going into well, I guess he wanted to be interviewed, right? He's not cooperating. Suge definitely is not cooperating. As well as I mentioned this too, Vlad TV is not cooperating also. So Suge is not cooperating. Vlad is not cooperating. So I don't know. This case is actually looking good in Keefe D's favor. In all actuality, contrary to Keefe D snitching on himself, going on different platforms, basically setting his own, Keefe D sabotaged his own self. It looks like God is still in Keefe D's favor, because none of the gentlemen, all the gentlemen that were a part of the murder that were actually in the vehicle, they don't exist no more. They all died. All right, nobody's living at this point. He's the only living person that was in that car when Tupac got killed. All right, so that works in Keefe D's favor. And if that's not just working in his favor, his opposition, Suge Knight, is not going to speak, is not going to snitch on him, right? I don't think none of the outlaw members would want to partake in this. So nonetheless, this case is looking good for Keefe D, other than the evidence that Keefe D provided the law enforcement, Las Vegas law enforcement. Shout out to Paul Bizzle in the building, that part. So I just want to big up, I want to give a shout out to Suge Knight. I want to give a shout out to Suge Knight, and we give him, once again, we're going to give a shout out. We got to clap it up for Suge Knight, and we got to clap it up for Vlad TV, because none of these niggas is cooperating in this Tupac case. And like I said, yes, we all love Tupac, but we got to keep in mind Tupac was a gangster. Either you in the streets or you on the sidewalk, you heard? Now, if you're a civilian and you snitching, that doesn't count, right? You're not a snitch if you're a civilian. But if you was in the streets and you really was 10 toes down, you know that's a no-no. That's a no bueno. That's a negative. So once again, shout out to Suge Knight. I ain't gonna necessarily say Keefe D. We ain't got to go that far. You know what I mean? But at the same time, we don't wish jail on our worst enemy. You know what I mean? Shout out to Paul Bizzle in the building. Shout out to Tosh. I see you, sis. I see you, bruh. My brother from another mother, Paul Bizzle. That part. All right, you guys. So yeah, once again, Suge Knight is not cooperating. So we got to big up Suge Knight for his non-participation, all right, in this Tupac case. Now, you guys, make sure you guys hit that like button as soon as you come in the building. Everybody at this point should be watching this on YouTube. You guys should be smashing your subscription buttons. I need you guys to make sure that you guys are hitting your notification bells. So every time I go on, you guys get notified of every time we go on. Because you see I'm going on at different times. I was here, I'm supposed to be going on at 7 p.m. and I keep missing that mark. All right. And like I said, this is live. This is not pre-recorded. Hold on. Let me put this mic up real quick. You guys do me a favor. Make sure you guys are sharing this podcast. Everybody should be sharing this podcast at this point, right? We need to get everybody acclimated. That's much better. 10 times better. We need to get everybody acclimated to this podcast. So I need everybody to make sure that they share this podcast, all right? Now, moving right along. I want to give a shout out to Crazy Bone. Now, you guys know Crazy Bone was recently hospitalized. That's one fifth member, all right? So there's 5 members in Bone Thugs and Harmony. This is one of the members, all right? Crazy Bone was recently hospitalized for a busted artery in his lung, all right, in which he was in critical condition. So this is an update on Crazy Bone. Our brother Crazy Bone. Crazy Bone says that he spent 9 days fighting for his life in the hospital. Literally, Crazy says, just fought for life, literally for 9 days straight, and only won the battle this time because I know Jehovah God was with every step of the way fighting for me. All right, so big up to that man for sure, though. Big up to and we happy that this man, by the grace of God, we have a legendary group member, Crazy Bone out of Bone Thugs and Harmony. He's still with us today. And like I said, we got to thank God because we lost a lot of rappers, right? We lost a lot of rappers prematurely. You already know with the drill gang. You already know rappers getting incarcerated, Ricos and stuff like that. One of the hardest jobs on this, one of the hardest industries right now is to be a rapper, to be honest with you. It's a very hard job to be a rapper. So shout out to Crazy Bone. And I'd rather see rappers suffering from bad health, going through issues of old age than dying prematurely. All right. I can stand to read something like this, even though I don't wish this upon Crazy Bone, but it feels better to hear about a medical condition as opposed to somebody dying prematurely because they was clout chasing on the internet. You know what I mean? And sending addies and letting niggas know where they at. All the war no-nos. You feel me? So shout out to Crazy Bone, man. On behalf of L.O.T.S approved media, man, we wish you a speedy recovery up here, all right? Speedy recovery, my brother. Yes, sir. You guys, like I said before, make sure you guys are tapping that like button as soon as you come in the building. Don't be a casual ninja watcher, all right? Don't be a pocket watcher. That's just a hater. You definitely don't want to be one of these. That, ladies and gentlemen, is a peeping time, and y'all know what they do to peeping time. So do me a favor, hit that like button as soon as you come in the building. We call that wiping your feet on the rug. Same way you do at your grandparents' house. Do that here in the house of L.O.T.S approved and wipe your feet on the rug. All right, then. Shout out to Ruger Bang in the building. Banger 66, that part. Big up to Ty Sis in the building. Big up to Bizzle in the building. Shout out to the family. You heard? Now, listen, let's run it down the line. There was some more stuff that I had to speak about, Suge. Well, we'll speak about that a little bit later on in the podcast. Now, let's go into this YNW Melly. All right, y'all. YNW Melly is now has his own witness tampering charge. Like I told you guys before, what's the name had caught one too? YNW Portland. He has a tampering with the witness charge also. Now it says, just like this, co-defendant YN Portland in their double murder trial, like I said, all right? But his lawyers think that the prosecutors are just trying to cover up problems with their case. Prosecutors confirmed with TMZ Hip Hop, they hit Melly with the witness tampering charge. Hold on. Wait one second. I hate when it does that. All right, they hit Melly with the witness tampering charge Wednesday in Miami-Dade County. All right, shout out to Dade County. Just a couple of days removed from the tag in Portland was the same charge. All right, Melly's team is set to appear in court on Friday for a hearing in which they'll argue prosecutors have been withholding key evidence about the lead investigator in the case. All right, so you guys know this is a witness tampering charge, but like they said, the feds might just be reaching, not the feds, but the state might just be reaching. I think it's a state case. They might just be reaching. Shout out to Damien Parada in the building. Shout out my brother. Big up to everybody in the building. Make sure you guys hit that like button as soon as you come to the building and share this podcast with the rest of your clan, the rest of your sheep, your flock. Every shepherd has his own flock. Remember, I tell y'all, you got people that admire you guys out there. Share this out with the rest of the people that share the same admiration that they have for you. All right? Now, like I said, witness tampering. So, Butler caught a witness tampering. Now they saying YNW Melly caught a witness tampering, but they're saying they just reaching at this point. Because I find it hard to believe that these gentlemen would even, you guys do realize he just won his last trial. He won. He just got to go trial one more time. But he lost he won the first trial. So at this point, for YNW to jeopardize, for YNW to jeopardize his case by catching a witness tampering charge, I find that hard to believe. I find that I'm gonna call that bullshit. I'm gonna call that bullshit. I'm gonna call it BS. And especially YNW Butler. How can both of them catch the same charge? It doesn't really make sense at this point, right? I think these guys are a little bit more. I'm not gonna say they're a little bit more smarter than that, but it just doesn't make sense. That would be a stupid move to. You know that you're almost not to say that he's almost on his way home, but the case is kind of looking good for the man because they couldn't find him guilty the first time. So now to jeopardize your case with a witness tampering, I find that hard to believe. And I think that they're reaching. All right. Nonetheless, shout out to YNW Melly and shout out to YNW Portland. All right. This is home team. This is South Florida home team, brother. So we hoping these gentlemen are able to make it home. Like I said, we don't wish this on our worst enemies. So at this channel, we don't condemn nobody. I want to see all them brothers come home. Gangsta, I want to see YNW Melly come home. I want to see YNW Butler come home. Let God handle the rest. What have you? If they did it or not, obviously. But we talking about the system here. And we all are victims of the system at one point, especially when you have this color. All right. So definitely I want to see them brothers come home, man. Shout out to the whole YNW camp. All right. Melly and Portland, that part. Now, you guys, like I said before, make sure you guys are snatching. Make sure you guys are hitting that like button. Make sure you guys are definitely hitting that like button. All right, we got some shots fired. Let me get some gunshots right now. All right, gunshots. Yeah, that sounds about right. Listen, man. I know y'all see Fat Boy out there. Shout out to Rick Ross, Double MG. Shout out to the family. Now, you guys see Ross out there. Big boy talk, as usual. Big boy talk, as usual. You know what it is. Niggas speak shit into existence. One of the top grossing, revenue grossing artists in hip-hop. It's evident. The man has jet planes. The man has big house in Orlando. I'm not Orlando, excuse me, Georgia. Holyfield old property, all right? As well as he just bought a mansion on Star Island. And I'm pretty sure he has other mansions because didn't he just buy Meek Mill's mansion prior to that? Well, nonetheless, you guys, Ross has dropped a whole project and he's out here back promoting. Now, I don't know if you guys had a chance to see this big man, big dog talk, black excellence. All right, Ross basically said that he spent $100 million in the past 3 to 4 months. $100 million within 3 to 4 months. Let me get this correct. Let me get this approximate because I think I wrote down actually how many. Okay, 6 months approximately. All right, verbatim. The man said he spent over $100 million in 6 months. And dog, you already know Fat Boy with it. When he's talking that business, he's talking business. Obviously, shots have been fired. All right, so we need some gunshots for this. That part. There's a reason why I'm letting off gunshots. You guys gotta understand. Anytime Fat Boy starts speaking about money, he's letting off shots. It's not just at his opponent. It's just to set the pace in economics. All right. Now the man is telling you he spent $100 million in 6 months. With that being said, Ross said there's a big difference between making $100 million and spending $100 million. And I totally agree with him. All right. You know how them white folks say, them white folks always talk about stacking your bread. If you know white folk, they always telling you how to stack your money. The things that are not valued, things that gain value throughout time, right? So when white people, when they critique black people, you know they talk about our jewelry. They talk about how we dress, designer clothes, and how we live above our means. It's kind of like, give you an example. Okay, you see a Rolex, right? A Rolex, a plain Jane Rolex is worth a lot. But we as black people, you know, we like things to shine a little bit, right? We like to shine. So we might decide to drop some boogers in there, put some diamonds in there. Once you add diamonds to that Rolex, it loses its value. Now, most white people would recommend you, rich white folk would recommend against that. They would recommend against that. But nonetheless, I say that to say this. Yeah, it's about saving money, but it's about spending that money too. Yeah. It's not about just saving them. It's about spending the money too. So I share Ross's sentiments exactly. Because let me tell you something. Shout out to Madoff. Shout out to all these rich white folks, but I don't look up to them white folks for their money. Yeah, they got money, but it's the lifestyle that comes with the money, the lifestyle. So Ross definitely is buying the lifestyle. Ross is spending that check. And that's all Ross has been saying, especially when he's talking about cryptocurrency. He's saying, everybody's saying that they got cryptocurrency. Everybody's showing they cryptocurrency. They got all these coins and it's worth so and so, so and so. But we're not seeing the fruits of your labor. So you're not spending the money. So is that money really real? And I think that's what Ross is alluding to. He wants to see more people spending that money. Not to say just spend the money and go broke. It's not about spending the money and going broke, but you got to spend that money so it doesn't look like so much an illusion. Because all that projected to make what he's net worth, but we're not seeing the fruits of your labor. We want to see the properties. We want to see the jewelry. We want to see the art, the expensive art. We want to see what are you spending this money on? Because apparently you know how to save money. We understand that. Apparently you're very disciplined. That's cool. But we want to see what that money do. And that's what Ross has been doing. All right, Ross has been spending that money. So Rick Ross said he spent $100 million in 6 months, and we got to clap it up for bro. Hold up. Let me get applause here. Shout out to Fat Boy. Fat Boy spending that money while everybody else just stacking the money. We want to see that money spend. I feel you. All right, you guys, make sure you guys hit that like button, all right? And make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. Listen, let's talk about it, man. It's something that I've been seeing as of lately as a Floridian, as a South Florida, not to say native, because I'm born in Brooklyn, New York, but I'm a South Florida individual. I'm a Miamian, you heard? So when you see niggas like, let's speak about it. We're going to call it spade a spade today. We're going to speak about the Miami Heat. And when we talk about the Miami Heat, we have to talk with precaution, okay? Because that's my favorite team. All right, nonetheless, shout out to the Brooklyn Nets, but Miami Heat is my favorite team. Shout out to the Boston Celtics. That's one of my favorite teams. But the Miami Heat is my favorite team. Now, you guys know with the Miami Heat, this is personal. This is personal right here. Already, we had LeBron. Let's just go back to when we had the LeBron with the Wade. And what was the other third party, man? I forget bro name that came from the Raptors. All right. Now you already know we had an issue with Dwayne Wade. First of all, yes. Listen, man. Yes, shots is fired. I'm going there. I'm gonna get to Jimmy Butler soon. I'm gonna get there. Give me time. All right. You already know with Dwayne Wade. All right. Dwayne Wade with his lip gloss, no socks wearing, the chest out, very flamboyant, all right? Dwayne Wade is very flamboyant. That ain't no Dade County shit. That ain't no Miami shit. So when we have these implants, we got Dwayne Wade coming to play. I don't know, I think he's originally from Chicago. Maybe somebody could tell me where Dwayne Wade's originally from in the comment section. But he's definitely not from Miami. We don't rock like that. So just the feminine doing that feminine shit. Dwayne Wade was kind of feminine. And I forgot was Brunei. Somebody give me the who we trade for Bosh, Chris Bosh. Okay. You already know Chris Bosh was kind of feminine too. So when you're speaking about Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh, I wasn't a big fan of their I liked how they played. Not so much Chris Bosh. I wasn't a big fan of Chris Bosh, but I appreciated them still. You can still appreciate somebody, but not 100% like them. Like their game, right? When in reference to sports. But Chris Bosh was kind of feminine. right? And I find Dwayne Wade to be kind of feminine too. But for some reason, like, okay, they're no longer playing for the Heat. And you would think that era was over. But it seems like somebody else is carrying on tradition. And that was never a tradition in Miami. Because prior to Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh, we never had no femininity amongst the team, all right, in the history of the Miami Heat. But it seems like somebody is grabbing the ball, is going to run with the ball. And he goes by the name of Jimmy Butler. You guys, I know y'all seen that picture of Jimmy Butler with the perm. Jimmy Butler with the perm. Can somebody answer me as to why this man is in the NBA with a perm and he went and got a ring, a cheek ring, right? You know them piercings like Wayne got in his upper cheek by his eye. I see the man with the perm. That's a no bueno, Jimmy, especially in Dade County. Remember what you're doing. This is Miami, Florida, homie. We don't rock like that, homie. It makes you question your character, homie. Who you really are as a person, homie. Is this man gay, homie? If you are, just come out, homie, because this is the best time. All gay people are represented, homie. All right, it's the best time. If you're gay, it's the best time to come out. But we don't need this on the Miami Heat, bro. We don't need no femininity on the Miami Heat. This is a masculine sport, basketball. Though it's not just like football. Football is a little bit more aggressive, obviously. But this is the game of basketball, bro. You shouldn't even be able to have that perm the way you're doing that. You got the perm, you got the piercings. First of all, what you need piercings for if you're playing basketball? If you're playing basketball, you should slow down on the piercings because when somebody's going to scratch your face and slap your face, right? That could eventually give you a cut. And if it ain't just that, just the perm, you're going to sweat that perm out, right? I'm confused with Jimmy Butler with the perm. I don't think Pat Riley's condoning that perm. I don't think he's condoning that perm. I don't know who is condoning it. I don't know what Heat members, what Heat teammates are patting him on the back for that perm. Because when Jimmy Butler goes inside that locker room, everybody should be making fun of him. He should feel that pressure, bro. Because that shit doesn't correlate with basketball. You turning basketball to a feminine thing. So we need to put pressure on Jimmy Butler. I hope he doesn't go through that whole season wearing that perm, because if he keeps his hair in that perm like that, for one, his hair will fall out. You can't just keep perming your hair. It's going to fall out. For two, we're in trouble if he rocks this for the whole season, because guess what? If Jimmy Butler wears that perm for the whole season, I'm on his ass. No homo. I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to stop. All right, I'm gonna keep talking about him. I'm gonna keep dissing that nigga until he changes that shit. Hopefully, he just wakes up one day and changes that. But no shout out for Jimmy Butler on that new hairdo. Crazy. You guys, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Now, listen, let's talk about it, man. Talk about something a little bit more, something crazy on the internet. All right. I know you guys familiar with the Breakfast Club, right? The Breakfast Club with Charlamagne the God and DJ Envy. Now, DJ Envy, as of lately, has been going to war on the internet. War. But guess what? I think more shots fired. DJ Envy, as of recently, has been caught up in a Ponzi scheme, okay? So I know you guys have seen this back and forth with DJ Envy, with Ross, and this is what Ross was talking about. And I think DJ Envy, when you fuck with Ross, you opened up a can of worms, homie, because it seems like as soon as you poke that Ross, that bear called Rick Ross, as soon as you poke that bee's nest, everything went downhill from there. All right, so DJ Envy and Ross had a back and forth going on over that car show shit. But it looks like the saga continues. With that being said, DJ Envy, you guys know DJ Envy does real estate, okay? He had a partner. His partner is being sued currently, and which subsequently ends up DJ Envy is going to be sued also, right? He's being sued. Now, everybody as of lately has been speaking about DJ Envy. Everybody's attacking DJ Envy, and for all the right reasons, to be honest with you. Like I said, this all spawned from when he had that back and forth with Ross. For some reason, it just continued. Things just kept popping up with Envy. The same as this situation. So now, it seems like DJ Envy's doing damage control. All right? DJ Envy seemingly has gotten in contact with some lawyers, and he's putting out cease and desist letters, all right, to all these individuals. Let's hope like we don't catch one. I don't think our channel's that big anyways, right, to catch one. But nonetheless, DJ Envy is sending out cease and desist letters to everybody that's been speaking on him. and especially people that are significant in the culture, people that have actually done business with DJ Envy. All right, one of the gentlemen that he sent the cease and desist out to was Mr. Tone the Closer. Tone the Closer is another real estate agent. All right. Now let me just read this right quick. All right, DJ Envy's lawyers up and sends out multiple cease and desist and multiple cease and desist, with real estate celebrity Tone the Closer being one of the recipients, and another one being Jose Rodriguez. We're gonna speak about this Jose Rodriguez. All right, now Jose Rodriguez and Envy are currently engaged in competing lawsuits that are suing each other over a business agreement whereby Envy got a 25% share. 25% share of Rodriguez's credit repair company, Clean Slate Credit Solutions, in exchange for Envy promoting the business. So, all right, so now this is a guy by the name of Jose Rodriguez. Now, Jose Rodriguez, this guy, he helps you with your credit. Now, him and DJ Envy, they had some prior business dealings in which, just to give a quick rundown, Envy got 25% of the man's company. All right, and it was 25% in exchange for Envy to promote the man's company. Now, as of recently, this man has hit online. This man is seen online cursing Envy out. You guys get a chance, check it out. It goes by the name of Jose Rodriguez. Complaining about Envy. Envy didn't keep up his end of the deal. Like I said, he gave Envy 25% of his business. All right, in exchange for Envy promoting and being the face of his business. Now, like I said, they're competing lawsuits. So currently, they both have lawsuits on each other. So this is just one of the individuals that he sent out a cease and desist letter out to. Also, he sent one out to Tone the Closer. Now, you guys know Tone the Closer. That was a guy that originally was with $1 Million with the Game. He used to have the show with Wallow and Gilly, in which Wallow and Gilly, they cut ties with him, right? He's been successful on his own. Tone the Closer is seen doing his own thing on his own podcast, right? And still going on as guests on other platforms. But Tone the Closer has been speaking about Envy too, and he's been exposing Envy. Now, Tone the Closer, he's a real estate agent, so you know he has a horse in this race because he feels like DJ Envy tainted the real estate business as for people that are celebrities that are going online and gaining people's trust, right? He feels like Envy gave the game a black eye, so he's just here just trying to clarify things, right? Nonetheless, shout out to Tone the Closer. I would give a shout out to DJ Envy, but I just don't like how he rocked with the team, especially with Gun. I don't know how Gunplay is doing with DJ Envy. Hopefully that situation can get resolved, you know? But right now, my thoughts on DJ Envy, I got to hold my thoughts on DJ Envy. Fact, though. But nonetheless, DJ Envy has been all over. He's been all over on every platform. They're speaking about DJ Envy, not just the Tyrese situation. Don't forget, he just had a recent thing with Tyrese, a back and forth with Tyrese. So now the lawsuits continue. So multiple people are speaking about Envy, and Envy looks like he picked up a lawyer and he's sending out cease and desist letters to everybody. That's I guess character defamation of character, defamation of character. We don't know these terms. I'm not a lawyer. Like I said, I'm not qualified to speak about certain things. But nonetheless, yes, Envy is sending out cease and desist letters on everybody. It's just another day with DJ Envy. But nonetheless, we're gonna move right along. It's not that crazy of a week, but you know, we got some shit. Last week was crazy. All right, let's move down. Let's move down the line, y'all. What we got here? DJ Quick. I don't want to speak about DJ Quick right now. All right. Shout out. I want to give a shout out to 21 Savage, y'all. Listen, clap it up for 21 Savage. Let's clap it up for 21. That part. All right, y'all. Now, 21 Savage is a prisoner to the borders of United States no more. All right, this is per TMZ. He got his green card after years of long immigration battle. Clap it up for that man. 21 Savage. All right, y'all. So he got his green card after years of a long immigration battle. According to his buddy, Drake just dropped his song 8 a.m. in Charlotte, where he makes the stunning revelation rapping. Savage got a green card straight out of the consulate. Where I go, you go, brother. We Yugoslavian. The timing of the announcement is certainly interesting considering Drake and 21 have 2 shows scheduled in Drake's hometown of Toronto, Canada this weekend. 21 hasn't been able to attend any of the tour stops outside of the United States because of his immigration status. But with a green card, it's not possible for him to leave the country. So once again, man, shout out to 21 Savage. You guys know 21 Savage never was a citizen of the United States. 21 Savage is actually born in England. And a lot of people were unaware of that until certain things started coming out. I forgot what actually spawned that to come out. But nonetheless, we figured this out late in life, all right? So the man has no English accent. Let's be clear. I've never heard 21 Savage with an English accent. And it would be a shame if he couldn't use the English accent. It'd be a shame if 21 Savage could not use the English accent to his advantage. Like imagine 21 Savage was to go back to England. Would he be able to talk with the English accent? That's a big question, right? But nonetheless, 21 Savage he has his green card. So shout out to 21 Savage, bro. Green card, he's moving around. So all that speculation that 21 Savage is snitching, because I heard Whack 100 talking about 21 snitching, woo-woo. He's not going to be able to get his green card because he has prior charges. Nah, 21 officially has his green card, all right? He's in the United States, and now he can move around, just like Drake said. So 21 Savage was unable to perform outside of the United States because he didn't have a green card. But now he can actually travel, man. So big up to 21 Savage, man. Shout out to 21 Savage. Shout out to Drake, because I don't know if Drake is the one that put that through. You guys know Drake be the one that be getting niggas into Canada. A lot of niggas that are felons cannot make it into Canada. Canada is super strict. So if you see Drake, a lot of people are able to get in after Drake puts his word in, because Drake actually does run Canada. Aubrey, he runs Canada. He can get you into Canada. And I'm wondering, was he a part of that process of 21 getting his green card? But it's America, so what power does Drake have in America? That's the question. All right, yo, listen, shout out to everybody. I see the comment section loading up. Shout out to Tracy Sanchez. Hey, my brother, what's up, sis, in the building? Shout out to Planet, God damn it. Vocals and visuals clean, my brother. Y'all know Planet, goddamn it. That's my brother from another mother. And he just let me know that the vocals and visuals are clean. You guys don't know. When I come on here, sometimes we be having some issues. All right. For one, last week it was raining. So my area, when it rains, the internet has an issue. I had to up my internet and do certain things, right? Because just for the quality of the show. Because last week I couldn't even use the show actually. Right? Because the internet, nobody told me that the show's blurry. You guys got to let me know. Same way that Planet just let me know the vocals and visuals is clean. Always let me know. If you guys see something going wrong, let me know. That part. Shout out to Planet, goddamn it, my brother. Damon, bro, I see what you're saying, brother. Fruitcake. Yeah. Butler's that's a fruitcake for real. I'm not digging that shit. I ain't digging what Butler doing. He's looking like a fruitcake because the way he positioned himself. He got a picture where he got the blonde going over his face and he like this. You know, when you put your face, you doing that, you might as well just put your hand on your hip. You might as well put your hands on your hip. Nah, we ain't rocking with Jimmy Butler. Definitely not. But nonetheless, we do need our championship, all right? You guys, like I said, make sure you guys hit that like button. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. I'm always going to reiterate that. You guys, everybody should be subscribed to that YouTube channel. Don't be a ninja watcher. It's a person that be creeping and watching. Don't be no pocket watcher, because that's just a hater. And you definitely don't want to be one of these peeping times. Y'all know what they do to peeping times, all right? Yeah. Listen, this is the Don't Shoot the Messenger podcast, episode number 55. Man, listen, bro, we got to drop some bombs to that. We got to drop bombs to that. Shout out, definitely drop bombs for episode number 55, you heard? Now, let's run it down the line. We running it down the line. All right, now, bada bing. I don't want to speak about the weekend. All right, you guys. Let's talk about it. All right. Shout out to Sexyy Red. Shout out to Sexyy Red. Shout out to Sexyy Red. Let me get some horns. Shout out to Sexyy Red. You guys know this is a woman revolution, all right? The evolution of the woman revolution. Liberate the woman. Feminism at its best right now. So who's at the forefront of liberating the women right now? It's safe to say that Sexyy Red is at the forefront, and the runner-up would be Sukiana, right? It was Cardi B at one point, but I think it's safe to say that Sexyy Red is at the forefront. Now, you guys know Sexyy Red. She's no stranger to controversy. Her pussy pink, her booty hole brown. You know that part. She's all over it. She's been seen with Drake. She's seen with multiple celebrities. She's rising in ranks fast. You would think that she's experienced enough success, right? Nonetheless, Sexyy Red sex tape has leaked. Sexyy Red sex tape has leaked. Her pussy pink, her booty hole brown. Yo, listen. For one thing, I don't know. Have you guys had a chance to even see the sex tape? I saw it myself, right? There was nothing impressive about it. Matter of fact, the last few sex tapes that have been coming out, they haven't been that great in comparison to like a Ray J and Kim K or something like that, right? Which that wasn't that great either. But if you're gonna do something like that, give us something to see. We want something to see. Nonetheless, Sexyy Red is sitting there. She has her dread hair. She said she like niggas with dreads. Dread hair, do it the listen, man, cut it out because I got a low boy. I got no dreads, right? But she get the dread. Shout out to Planet, man. She's giving shout outs to niggas like y'all, Planet. But nonetheless, the sex tape has been released, and I don't think she's getting that many great reviews. But to Sexyy Red's defense, Sexyy Red said that she would never do no goofy shit like that. Sexyy Red said her friends, her true friends know her and know that she would never do no goofy shit like that. And I find that to be, that's honorable. Because I thought that she released it. And first of all, the Sexyy Red sex tape came out on her own Instagram, right? So it came out her own stories. How did somebody release something on your own Instagram? Your Instagram was not hijacked. It's not like somebody took your Instagram and uploaded it. So this person had to have access to the actual video and access to your actual Instagram. That's extremely premeditated. So it's kind of hard to believe that you had no participation in that. It's very hard to believe. You know what I mean? But nonetheless, we're going to protect our sisters, right? This channel here is not to condemn nobody. Definitely not to condemn nobody. But I find it hard to believe that she had no 2 cents in that. She had no participation in that. You know what I mean? How does that work? How does somebody release a sex tape on your actual Instagram? How do they even get the sex tape? You actually you had to kind of agree to actually being video, right? This person that's close to you, they had to have access. They have to be close enough to have access to your Instagram, right? Then the person actually had time to actually upload it on your story. That's very, very professional, very, very premeditated. That doesn't sound like somebody who's working with minimal amount of time. Usually when people do shit like that, they're dropping shit on the unanimous YouTube and get it out there, woo-de-woo. They use your platform to release your sex tape, right? But we still gonna go over Sexyy Red. She ain't doing it on purpose. She said her friends know. She said if y'all know her, Sexyy Red, she said if you her real friend, you know that she ain't no goofy like that. She ain't gonna drop no sex tape like that. All right, but nonetheless, you see, buddy, he's doing Sexyy Red in, and these gentlemen that's knocking down Sexyy Red, they're hurting her image, right? So it's clout chasing at its worst. It's one thing when you are a woman clout chasing a man, but now we're seeing men clout chasing women, dropping videos on women. But I'm still skeptical. I don't know if this man dropped it on purpose. I don't know if he had permission to drop it or Sexyy Red got done wrong and it was unbeknownst to her. But nonetheless, you guys get a chance, check out that Sexyy Red sex tape. It's not that graphic. So I'm not saying you just see some wild shit. The Sexyy Red sex tape is very soft pornish. It's soft pornish, right? It's very, very light. Nothing graphic about it. She ain't even giving no head. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking to see how she get head. Don't shoot them. Don't shoot the messenger. I want to see if she can give head. Shit like that. That's what I was wanting from Sexyy Red. You feel me? I want to see how she ride. If she riding backwards and I want to see that, bro. You know what I mean? But we ain't see none of that. We ain't see no acrobatics in the bedroom. We ain't see no head. We ain't see nothing. So like I tell you, it was very, very, very soft pornish. But nonetheless, you guys get a chance, go check out that Sexyy Red sex tape. Now, as for Sexyy Red's project, now hopefully it does give her an advantage. Hopefully it does help perpetuate and push her product more. Why not? I ain't really mad at Sexyy Red, but now people are starting to question her longevity. I was on the block talking to one of my homies, and we was kind of like, we was going back and forth. I said that she might have a little bit, I think Sexyy Red's gonna be longer than what people think she's gonna be, right? But ever since the sex tape drop, I see now people are, they're criticizing her like never before. Now they're trying to say her music, that she's perpetuating this for real. It's not just entertainment. But you got to remember right now, art is reality right now. You know what I mean? It's not just entertainment. When she's telling you her pussy pink, her booty hole brown, and she's selling this rhetoric, it's because it's somewhat real. Rap is real right now. It's not just entertainment, right? For what's the name? For other reasons, we want to make it appear to be entertaining, right? Because we don't want to incriminate ourselves, right? We don't want to tell on ourselves in hip hop. In hip hop, we tend to tell on ourselves, right? We like to brag about shit, and eventually in the future it comes to bite us in the ass. But hip hop's every bit real. When a nigga telling you about popping shit, nigga really shooting shit. When these girls are talking about taking a nigga for all his bread, this shit is real. Hip hop is real. Her pussy pink and her booty hole's brown. It's real. All right, so Sexyy Red is real. You see, she's living that lifestyle. She's in the bed with the nigga. The nigga was a dreadhead. She liked dreadheads. So you guys understand hip hop is every bit of real. That part. Shout out to Sexyy Red nonetheless. I ain't mad at you. I used to cringe at Sexyy Red. When I first heard that song, I cringed. But then I gave her a chance. I actually heard some of that ski you and all that. We ain't got to rap along with it. I see niggas in the locker room singing along with Sexyy Red. You like it, I love it. I couldn't do it, right? Because I feel like when you start spitting lyrics, when you saying somebody's lyrics, you kind of start embodying their lyrics. Lyrics is casting a spell. Remember, words cast spells. That's why they call it spelling. So when you guys are singing along with these songs, don't think that you can totally remove yourself from the song and the feeling that you get from the song. You're kind of embodying the song. And then you start singing that song with conviction. You start singing your heart out. So seeing grown men singing behind Sexyy Red, it don't be looking, it looks bad. It looks bad. Nonetheless, shout out to Sexyy Red. Now, I see you guys in the comment section. Shout out to Heaven Sent. Hey, that part. That's my dog right there. Tosh, what you saying? Hip-hop music changed so much. When did it become so vulgar? Hip-hop music's been vulgar. It's been vulgar. It's a little bit more vulgar, obviously, but it's been vulgar. I think it just, you can curse. Because somebody cursed, that's not always a bad thing, right? Yeah, you might be cursing, using curse words and shit, but this is the context that you use the curse words. It's not what you say, but how you say it. Hip-hop's been vulgar, but now they're using vulgarity in a way that's very destructive. Very, 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 very destructive. But that's a whole different argument right there. But I agree with you, Tasha. Yeah, hip-hop is a little bit more vulgar, but I think it's more so on the women's side, right? And we can't blame the women so much because I think we as men, we kind of open the doors for a lot of this behavior. So we have to take responsibility, us as men also, because like they said, it's a man's world. It's a lot of shit that we do as men. It comes back to bite us in the ass. So we have to accept that. You know what I mean? Hey, let me pull up some of these, man. What Heaven said. Music been vulgar since Clarence Carter stroking. I've been stroking. That part. No. Music's been vulgar, right? I agree with you. Nah, this is different type of vulgar. Yeah. You can look at it from different way. You can look at it from different spectrum. It's a different vulgarity. Women wasn't so much vulgar. They wasn't so much vulgar. But you see, this is a good subject. We can still continue to unpack this. Let me tell you something. This is all what we kind of created, right? Drill music. Drill music is a product of the inflection of gangster music. All right, that's a product of that. And in our day, we used to always be like, the funny thing is, in our day, when we brought in this gangster shit, our generation brought in this gangster shit, or maybe a little bit before me generation, right? These kids are a product of the gangster music. In our day and age, we used to always say, oh, that nigga's not gangster. He don't be doing that shit that he be talking about. And we used to tell the kids that too, like, these niggas is not like that. They're not like that. I'm like that. I'm really from the streets. They're not like that. We used to tell them kids. But guess what? It's kind of hard to say that in this day and age. It's kind of hard to say that these kids are not like that. These niggas is not like that because they really are like that. It's the thing called drill music. So drill music spawned from gangster music, all right? And these kids are a product of us saying that niggas ain't like that. Oh, you not like that. You not a real gangster. Well, guess what? Now you got some real gangsters out here. The same way we used to talk about women. All right. You know, hip hop used to talk about women in a derogative way. Right? You a hoe, you this, you that, you a hoe, woo-de woo, them hoes and da-da-da-da-da, and I'm a pimp and woo-de woo. But guess what now? Now the women are playing that role. So we went from drug dealers, we selling drugs, and guess what? Now the kids are taking the drugs. We went from calling women's hoes and whores and shit, and now they're selling that whore shit. So what you suppress, when you try to suppress something, it kind of like backfires and it gets even bigger. I'm gonna give you examples. It's kind of like when you tell your sister or you tell a cousin or a family member, a girl family. We as men, if a father tells a girl not to deal with a certain type of guy, 9 times out of 10, she's probably gonna be attracted to that guy because she's gonna wonder why are you keep pushing her away from that guy. And that's how life is. That's how life is. That's the science of life. So the kids are a product of gangster music, and women are a product of the way we used to speak about women. We opened that lane. So guess what? You keep getting called what happens when the white folk kept calling us nigga? We started using the word. Now we use it in an endearing way. Now we own the word. Well, guess what? These women, they own the word whore now. They own slut. They own those words now. So they're not going to continuously be subjected to you calling them names and you controlling the situation. Guess what? They took control of the situation. So I get it, ladies. I get it. But at the end of the day, music is suffering right now. Hip hop is suffering for lack of content right now. Hip hop is deteriorating. Hip hop is deteriorating. All right, deteriorating. All right, deteriorating. Hip hop's deteriorating. With that being said, I heard somebody say this about this. All these niggas that are personalities, niggas that never rapped in their life, but just because they got a following on the internet, they want to start rapping. That's what tainted rap also. All right. So there's a lot of people using hip hop is being used for all the wrong reasons right now. All the wrong reasons. You got people that are rapping that never wanted to rap in their life, but they got following. So they feel like they look like rappers. They feel like they live the lifestyle of a rapper, so they should just be a rapper when they actually don't love the art craft. They don't love the craft. All right. You got women. You don't have no Lauryn Hills out here. You got women that are just selling. They selling themselves, right? They're not teaching you anything. They're telling you to take money from men, have no regard for men, no remorse for men. Take all his money and don't feel no type of way. I spend yours and keep mine. That's what they're selling, right? So it's destructive what they're selling. And you got now the gangster music from our gangster shit that we was on. And I gotta take responsibility a little bit too. I'm not exempting myself out of it, but I'm just calling a spade a spade. The gangster music now, the Eazy-E's, and just the whole gangster wave, right? Well, these kids are a product of the gangster wave now. These kids are a product of the drug selling. The kids are a product of it. So it's not just they didn't turn to drug dealers per se. Now they're actually the people that are taking the drugs. So that's what hip hop. That's what we're dealing with. So hip hop is deteriorating as a genre. Hip hop is deteriorating. That's why they try to they're trying to say that Afro beats is taking over hip hop, and that's why you even have these type of conversations and speculations out there, because hip hop is deteriorating, dog. Remember, this year we didn't have not one person at the top of the Billboard. Our first number one, I forgot who. I don't know if it's Travis Scott or who was it. I think not Travis Scott. Maybe it was Doja Cat. But one of those artists are the first time for the year that a rap artist made number one on the Billboard. All right, I think top 10 or something, something to that nature. All right, let's read this comment section right quick. All right, Heaven said, what you said, some things weren't exposed. Weren't exposed. It's too open. I feel like there was some reserve in the past, even when it was vulgar. Facts though. Facts though. Hip hop is way vulgar. To be honest with you, hip hop digressed a little bit. Hip hop has digressed a little bit. To be honest with you, it's retarded. To retard something is to turn it back, right? Turn it back. Hip hop has kind of went backwards a little bit. And I don't know for evolution going backwards, right? Hip hop is not it. it's kind of reached its ceiling. But once again, the subject matter is becoming repetitive. It's low grade subject matter. You know, it's kind of like hip hop in the beginning. A hop to the hibbity hop hop. It's that primitive shit. Hip hop has become super primitive, and hip hop is actually something that's more advanced than other genres, right? Hip hop, trust me, I don't want to go too deep into that, but remember, hip hop is something that cannot be controlled. Hip hop is a very advanced art form. You can't compare hip hop to rock and roll. You can't compare hip hop to Afro beat. You can't compare hip hop to country music. You can't compare hip hop to none of that. Hip hop is super advanced. All right, that part. All right, you guys, let's move right along. Let's see what we got here. Like I said, you guys, make sure you guys are hitting that subscription. Make sure you guys are hitting that like button. Do me that favor, hit that like button. And we about to close it out. Let me see what else we got here. What else we got? Sure. All right, let's talk about Blueface. Blueface and Krayshawn Rock, y'all. Let's go into it. All right. Now, Los Angeles rapper Blueface will not serve any jail time for shooting a man in Las Vegas unless he violates probation. In a Clark County courtroom, Judge Kathleen E. Delany sentenced the 26-year-old hip-hop star to a maximum of 3 years of probation. Monday's sentencing comes nearly as a year after the rapper, whose real name is Jonathan Porter, was involved in the October 8, 2022 shooting. If you got caught back here on any probation violation, especially anything involving a weapon, I would not hesitate to put you in prison for a significant period of time. Delany said last year, Porter allegedly was involved in a shooting in a 6,000 block of Windy Road, just west of Harry Reid International Airport, police reported. A man named Kentavious Trailer sustained a bullet graze wound to his left hand. Porter was arrested for the shooting in November and pleaded guilty in July under the terms of his probation. Porter was ordered to stay away from the Las Vegas Strip and downtown area unless he has a work application or legitimate basis to be there. He's also prohibited from contacting Trailer or using or possessing drug or alcohol. The rapper will serve at least 2 years and a maximum of 5 years in prison if he violates his probation. Now, you guys, listen, man, I want to give a shout out, man. Shout out to Whack 100. First of all, you guys know how many different charges. Blueface is fighting 2 different cases. All right? He has 1 case here and 1 case there. Now, you see that this all resulted in probation. You got to give Blueface's credit, but more credit goes to Whack 100. All right. Now, you guys, Whack 100. This man is a resourceful man. All right. Blueface is doing only probation for shooting somebody. All right. 2 different cases, brother. Let me tell you something. His manager, now I see why people fuck with Whack 100. Now I see why niggas is rocking with that Pyru nigga, Whack 100. All right? Because Whack has the resources. Blueface, if this was somebody else, they would have did time for that, right? Obviously, it wouldn't have resulted in no probation. But nonetheless, this man got probation for shooting somebody, and he had another case in another state. Now, if you ever seen, you go to that courtroom now, you would have seen the defendant, the man that actually got shot. He took a selfie of Blueface, right? The man took a picture of Blueface, and this nigga's all in. He went to court on Blueface. This man's testifying against Blueface and doing whatever it takes to get Blueface locked up. And all that shit was a frivolous attempt. None of that shit worked. Blueface only got probation. He has a suspended 2-year prison sentence. All right, it's suspended. He will not have to do that time if he doesn't have no violations in the future. All right. So now I want to give a shout out to Blueface, man. Shout out to Blueface. Blueface definitely needs to slow down. All right. I see what he's doing with his baby mamas. It's never been done before. You know what I mean? And he's proven that I think his formula is working. Blueface formula with Krayshawn worked, and his formula worked with his baby mama, Jaden. All right. So nonetheless, it looks like Blueface has enough time to work on his artistry, work on his craft and his business now, because he's on probation. This probably is the best thing for Blueface, to be honest with you, because Blueface cripping. And Blueface ain't turning down no fade. You seen what happened when somebody stepped to him inside that gym. He gave that boy the hands, all right, the beats. So he's shooting niggas and he with the shit. But nonetheless, Blueface doesn't need to be doing that stuff. Blueface needs to concentrate on his business, right, and keep things afloat. So nonetheless, shout out to Blueface and shout out to Whack 100. And the nigga that told on Blueface, that's some clout chasing shit. The man took a selfie with Blueface inside the courtroom. All right, that's crazy that he took a picture with Blueface inside the courtroom. That's some real groupie shit. So now you guys see, like, celebrities, I'm gonna be real with you, dog. Celebrities, a lot of people that be beefing with celebrities, they really like the celebrities. People that be beefing with celebrities, they really are infatuated with the celebrities, right? And I seen that. For that man to take a selfie with Blueface, that means this man is clout chasing off of Blueface. You would think that this man would want to hurt Blueface. You would think that this man couldn't stand to even look at Blueface without doing something to him. You would think that this man would be trying to jump over the banister just to get at Blueface, knowing that he ain't gonna do no time. But nah, this man is he's in the courtroom taking selfies with Blueface. So shout out to Blueface, man. Shout out to Blueface for all that ridicule that Blueface receives. You know what I mean? It looks like God definitely has that man. And I see Blueface's mom. I like the way Blueface's mom is doing her thing too. It shows you, man, you got to respect your mama. Blueface mom, a lot of people be aiming at Blueface mom, but it seems like she's the only mature one in this situation. She's actually playing her mom role. I peep what she's doing. Carlisa, I peep what she's doing. But nonetheless, shout out to Blueface, and still shout out to Krayshawn, shout out to Jade, and shout out to all parties involved, you heard? But no shout out for brother that Blueface shot. No shout out, gangster. L.O.T.S Approved Media, Don't Shoot the Messenger podcast, episode number 55. All right, this is powered by L.O.T.S Approved Media. I'm their combo, the author imitated but cannot be duplicated, the one they took their style from, the elected, the appointed voice of the streets. This is powered by L.O.T.S Approved Media, and this is the Don't Shoot the Messenger podcast. Welcome to episode number 55. That part. By this time, you guys should know you guys should have hit that like button. All right. Hit that like button. You know what it is. It's the week wrap up. We just going through the week talking about these shits, man. And we're going to continue to keep you guys updated, all right? Hopefully you guys, we got to thank God that we even able to make it to this Friday. We just got to think that by the grace of Most High, we're able to be here every Friday, even do this, right? I have not missed a Friday yet. This is going on a year doing this podcast. If you don't know, shout out to my partner in crime, Planet, goddammit, all right? Played a major role with this podcast and the success of this podcast and the consistency of the podcast. Shout out to Paul Bizzle. I want to give him his credit, all right? Definitely being in attendance, all right? Being a major supporter of the podcast. I want to give a shout out to Tosh, sis. Great. And as of late, she's even becoming a great assistant. She's been helping me out, just organizing things. And things will get better. I want you guys to check out something else that I'm putting up some different content, all right? I got this next show next show I'm coming up with. It's called Raise the Frequency. I might put up Raise the Frequency, the first episode 1 tomorrow. All right. This one's called Why Your Friends Outgrow You. Why Your Friend Outgrew You. All right. There's a thing called Misery Love Company. We're gonna go into that. We're gonna go into outgrowing our friends and the reasons your friends outgrow you. And like I said, that is Raise the Frequency, episode number 1. We will be dropping that on that channel, so you guys should be subscribed to the YouTube channel by now. All right. Now let's shout out to Jason Derulo. I see something on Jason Derulo. I'll get to that. I will get to that. All right. Bada bing, bada bang. Bada bing. All right, you guys, it looks like we ran through a lot of subject matter. There's a few things I want to talk about. Sometimes I look at stuff and I might not be concerned with it so much, but we still can run it down the line. All right. DJ Quick. No, I don't want to speak about DJ Quick. I do not want to speak about it. All right. This is on Jason Derulo. All right, Jason Derulo's calling bullshit on a new lawsuit claiming he fired an up-and-coming musician after he repeatedly refused to have sex with him. In a video statement posted on Instagram, hold up, I didn't even notice that. He did say he, all right? Repeatedly refused to have sex with him. In a video statement posted on Instagram, the singer addressed the salacious allegations in a suit filed by Amanza Gibson in LA Superior Court Thursday. Derulo said, I wouldn't normally comment, but these claims are completely false and hurtful. I stand against all forms of harassment and remain supportive of anybody following their dreams. That's kind of miscellaneous. That's kind of stuff like that. I don't really be reading like that. But Jason Derulo, I think we need more details on that. But I never heard Jason Derulo having any type of track record or something like that. And they said a he. So that's kind of sticky right there. Sexual harassment with a man. Wow. I didn't even know Jason Derulo get down like that. All right. Nonetheless, man, I can't give a shout out to no Jason Derulo because I don't know how true that is. Same thing with Dwight Howard. Dwight Howard has all types of allegations, man. Dwight Howard, I don't know how Dwight Howard's even like how people even consider him a friend. Dwight Howard has all types of allegations about kids and stuff like that. His own kids, allegedly, right? But we don't go in on the kids on this platform, so I'm gonna leave that alone. Nonetheless, all right. And you guys, it looks like we ran through all these topics. I don't think there's anything else left to discuss for today, to be honest with you. I'm looking at all this. And some of this is irrelevant. Flo Rida's baby moms. I don't want to speak about Flo Rida and his baby mama issues. That ain't something. But we're gonna leave off with this. All right. Now, The Weeknd is officially the GOAT, at the least according to the folks Guinness Book of World Records, whose data shows he's officially the most popular artist on the planet. Weeknd just broke 2 new records on Spotify. One for the most monthly listeners in Spotify history by breaching the 111 million mark, and another for being the first artist to breach the 100 million monthly listeners mark in general. He recently joined Michael Jackson as the only artist with multiple #1 songs from 3 of his albums, thanks to his recently released Die For You remix with Ariana Grande. Now, you guys already know how we talking about The Weeknd. Weeknd breaking all types of records. We got to clap it up for The Weeknd also. That part. We got to definitely cap it up for The Weeknd. Just The Weeknd. We're going to end off with this too. Just The Weeknd just being a remarkable artist, man, here on L.O.T.S Approved Media. We got to give a shout out to The Weeknd just for being a great artist. He is the artist of our time. He is the artist. And just to kill all speculation, you guys, The Weeknd is bigger than Chris Brown. I know a lot of people are Chris Brown fans out there, but we got to give it up to The Weeknd, okay? And the numbers prove so. The numbers is what's confirming everything. Now, I know Chris Brown is blackballed. I know Chris Brown would probably be doing more numbers than typically just because he's being blackballed, right? But still, just the level of artistry, when you're talking about singing capabilities and creativity, video creativity, artistry, it's a little bit higher than Chris Brown, all right? Chris Brown's a great singer. Yes, he's reminiscent of Michael Jackson. Yes. Chris Brown is great, remarkable dancer, amazing at dancing. But the accolades, the attributes that The Weeknd has, I think those are a little bit more superior. All right. The Weeknd overall, just his music, the content of music, his selection of music, his cadence and everything. Both of them do have a Michael Jackson cadence, but I think that The Weeknd's production is a little bit more sophisticated. I think The Weeknd's production is a little bit more greater than Chris Brown's. And keep in mind, we're talking about 2 great artists, right? So we're definitely not dissing Chris Brown by no shape or form. Chris Brown is that nigga. But here at L.O.T.S Approved Media, don't shoot the messenger. I'm definitely putting The Weeknd up there. All right, I'm putting The Weeknd above Chris Brown. And with that being said, we're going to end off with that subject. You guys, this is the Don't Shoot the Messenger podcast, episode number 55, that part. They didn't think that we'll be here. And we're on our way to episode number 100. We might start going on twice a week. So you guys might start seeing my face twice a week, all right? Because a lot of things that go on throughout the week, and I kind of don't want to wait all the way to Friday to speak about it. But nonetheless, we're still coming on every Friday. You guys, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Right now, we're streaming on we're streaming on Twitter. We're streaming on YouTube, and we're also streaming on Facebook. All right. So that's 3 different platforms that you guys get to see this podcast. And like I said, before you guys leave out the building, everybody should be sharing this podcast. All right. Let's make it clear. Everybody has their own flock. Every shepherd has his own flock. Everybody has people that follow them, that admire them. So share this with your admirers. All right. Like I always say, don't be a ninja watcher. Make sure you guys being interacting with the channel. Make sure you guys hit that thumbs up. We call that wiping your feet on the rug, same we do at your grandparents' house. Do that here also. Show me that favor. You know what I mean? Don't just walk your nasty ass inside the crib. You know what I mean? You know, you got mud on your feet, bacteria walking from inside. When you come inside this holy temple right here that we call L.O.T.S approved, don't shoot the messenger. Make sure you guys are wiping your feet at the door. All right, that part. All right, I'm the incomparable, off the imitate, cannot be duplicated. The one that took their style from the appointed, the elected. This is powered by L.O.T.S approved media, and this is the Don't Shoot the Messenger podcast, episode number 55. All right, that part. And what we're gonna end this off the correct way. Their weekend. Don't do nothing I wouldn't do. Be safe out there. All right. By the grace of Most High, we're able to enjoy. We're able to all be able to witness this the same day. We're able to join each other and make this eventful. But it's only by the grace of Most High that we're able to do this. All right. So I pray that I see you guys next Friday, because no man's promised tomorrow. Knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. I'm going to leave with this one like I always leave with. The man who says he can't, he can't. The man that says he can, he can. They're both right. All right? These are laws of affirmation, laws of manifestation. And I'm out. L.O.T.S approved media, episode number 55. That part.